so I'm here to bring you a weekend story time. So the past weekend, I went to Mardi Gras for the very first time and New Orleans for the very first time. So it's two big firsts for me. So it was like so crazy, like from start to finish. Before I could even leave the house, I like literally had a full blown like, oh my God moment, because if you know anything about like the Midwest, you know, especially in winter, it is unpredictable. So here in Chicago, we had like this massive snowstorm like on Friday. So I was scheduled to leave on Saturday. And on Thursday, my flight got canceled. My flight got canceled, and I was like, it's probably because we expecting this huge snowstorm on Friday here in Chicago. Like, I didn't even have to go to work on Friday. I had to work from home because like it was supposed to be that bad. So my flight got canceled. I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna miss Mardi Gras. Like, I will walk, hitchhike, whatever, if that's what it takes to get there. So I called Southwest. Southwest was super cool about it. They moved me to another flight. It's free of charge. It was basically an upgrade because it was originally the flight I wanted to be on. It was the flight that my family was on. So I went with my mom, two of her sisters, and then both of my sisters. So it was like hashtag girls trip. So we all went together, and they were all on that flight, but I was on a different flight because I was cheap, and I was like, I'm gonna save me some money by taking this other flight. So I got on a flight, and I was like, whew, look at God looking out for your girl. So we get on this flight, and what happens on Friday, the day before our trip, Friday night, I get this notification that the flight is canceled. So I call my mama. She's like freaking out. I couldn't even talk to her. I was like, could you get a phone to my sister, because I need to figure out what we supposed to be doing, because I got to call them and get on some kind of flight. So call Southwest again. Now this is the second time I done called Southwest, and this time we get moved to a later flight for the following day. So we was like praying that we make this flight. So we made the flight. We got to New Orleans like later that night. So we did basically lose a whole day, but it was cool because we didn't really have anything planned. We was just gonna look around. So what we did instead was basically go to sleep. So we get to New Orleans, we go to sleep, and the following day we went to this brunch. I think it was like the Baptiste brunch. So it's this brunch they have every year. It's like this big brunch. It's got two like ballrooms with brunch in it. It's all this Creole food you get to eat, and it's live music, and then they have like the Zulus come through. So we go to brunch, and my auntie was like not feeling our table location. It was a pretty crappy table location. Like, we was up in the back corner, like all the way by the kitchen. It was pretty, I will say, it was pretty shitty. But my auntie was like, this won't do. So basically she asked like the lady who was hosting us, like, you know, what's up with this table? Her and the lady exchanged words. But when old ladies exchange words, it's not like when we exchange words where it's like an all in all out war. It's like a classy little tiff and tat. So they basically get into it, but the lady started with my auntie, but my auntie definitely finished it. And so they get into it about the table or whatever, and I'm just sitting here like, this is awkward. So the food is served. The food was pretty good. Up in New Orleans, you know, it's a lot of seafood, a lot of fresh fish. They have like a lot of gumbo, like a lot of really good food. But I don't eat chicken or pork, so it was limited a little bit. But like I said, a lot of seafood, spicy food, good food, soul food. It's all just yummy food. So I did still have lots to eat. So after that, we get into like just the regular brunch part. You know, it was dancing. It was fun, but I was there for the Zulus because I'm like, they say when the Zulus come, it's amazing. So what was really cool about the brunch, so when the Zulus come at the brunch, what happens is the ladies have umbrellas. So the ladies decorate like their own umbrellas, and they are so beautiful. I'll put some images in for you guys. The umbrellas look so gorgeous. Like, people, you can buy them or you can make them, and people went all out. Like, I don't know who bought it, who made it, but it just was gorgeous. And so when the Zulus come, they come through the parade, they come with the marching band, and like the women follow them with their umbrellas, and it gets really hype. Like, it's like scary hype. That's how hype these women get with these umbrellas, like marching around. And it only lasts about 10-15 minutes, but those are the longest 10-15 minutes of your life. So after we go to the brunch. That was on Sunday. Monday, we kind of did our own thing. We went and looked around New Orleans. We went to the French market, which is basically like a big flea market. We walked along like St. Peter's. I had to get me some pralines. Pralines are so good. If y'all have never tried no New Orleans pralines, you missing out, because they are like delicious. Like, it's like crack, creamy pralines, chewy pralines, chocolate pralines, rum pralines, coconut pralines, so many pralines. Like, they are so freaking good. You have to have some. They also have a lot of other good like Creole candy. Like, I tried Mississippi Mud. That was so good. Oh, I love caramel. It's like caramel and chocolate. It's like a bar. I don't even know how to explain it except for to call it heaven. It was that good. So anyways, after we did all of this, on Monday we was going to a ball. So my theme for the weekend, if you haven't been able to tell yet, was like sparkles. So Monday we went to this ball. I wore my sparkly black dress. It was really cute. But what was really cool about the ball, we went to the Orpheus ball. What is really cool about it is that the parade, like the Orpheus parade, literally comes through the ball. So like you sitting at the ball and here comes the parade. So it was really, really cool. Like, we got so many bees, literally so many bees. Like, I got beamed in the face. It like hit me like in the face with some bees. I got so many cool bees though, so much cool stuff. They threw, like, not just bees, they threw flowers, like little Mardi Gras scepters that light up, regular ones. They threw like some fake pearls. They just threw like all this stuff, toys, stuffed animals. It was really cool. They had a couple of like celebrities there, but we had a really good table, and it was like kind of you could buy stuff there. So when we went, we thought you didn't have anything, so we like bought some chips and like drinks and stuff. But they do have a couple drinks there, and then you can also buy stuff, or you just bring your own stuff. But it was really nice. And then after the parade is over, like the floats stay inside of the arena with you. So it's like at this huge convention center. It's all these people on tables. There's live music, which is actually pretty good. And then like we saw so much stuff. Like my daddy's alma mater was there. He went to Mississippi Valley State. They came through. They played, like performed a little bit. Then you saw a couple other colleges. You saw high schools. You saw just these massive, gorgeous floats. It was just like really, really cool. It was like an experience that is like, you can't compare nothing to it. Like, you literally can't. Like, we went to a lot of parades, but that was the best parade. And part of it is because we were inside. Being inside is always a plus in my book. And I mean, the second part of it, it was just, it's so much better because you can see, like, it's not as many people. We was like front row. You can see everything. And you got all the good beads, okay? Not the cheap beads, the real nice good beads. So we went to this gorgeous ball. Everybody looked so beautiful. Like, my family looks great. The other people look great. It was just really, really nice. And I have to say, like, one of the best things we did was probably go to this ball. And this was everybody's first time going to a ball. So that was like really, really awesome. And then the following day was Tuesday, which is Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday. So we went to the big Mardi Gras parade. So like where our hotel was situated, a lot of the parades passed by it. So we watched a couple of the parades like from our hotel room. But for the big Mardi Gras parade, we had like got my aunts and my mom chairs, and we sat them out early, like at the front of the barricade, so they'd be front row. And so we sitting there waiting for them, because you know, you can't trust like women, especially older women. They are always late. I don't know what they was doing, but they was always late. So we sitting there waiting on them, and like, so I told y'all the night before, I got like boings by some bees, like really hard. Like my eyes watering. I had like a slight bruise right up in here. It was intense. Like those bees was beating my ass. So we at the parade, and the parade started. They still not there, so we sitting there waiting, and like people are like throwing stuff like bees at us, and I was traumatized. I was like I'm ducking, dodging, weaving, putting my hands up, trying to protect myself. I probably look crazy. People probably judging me, but I was like, after getting hit with those bees, I was just traumatized. I couldn't take it anymore. So once my aunts got there, me and my sister left, because she was like, she couldn't take it anymore. And my aunts, they loved it when people threw stuff at them. Like, they was trying to get every bee. I don't even know how they got home with all of those bees, but they was trying to get every single bee that they could. And so me and my sister, we ended up going to do like our own thing. We went out to eat. Then we basically went back and watched TV. And then I fell asleep like a zombie at like 6 or 7 o'clock at night. I know, such an old lady. But it was just such a beautiful experience. So we stayed all the way up until Wednesday. On Wednesday, my family left a little bit earlier than I did because that flight was more expensive. And I already told you, your girl is cheap. So I waited for a later flight. I didn't really do anything. Overall, Mardi Gras is very intense. Like, it's such a beautiful cultural experience. Like, you see so much culture, color. You see all these people coming together for a good time. It is a really lovely experience, but at the same time, it can be a little too lit. Like, it's also dirty. So many people, it gets really dirty outside. Then you got all the drunk people like in your hotel. Like, this man was like, I don't know if he was drunk or just abusive, but he literally, so at the hotel had to have adjoining doors. He literally locked this woman in between the doors. Like, my mama and them is in this room, and him and his girl is in that room, and this the adjoining door. He locked her in between this door. And she was like banging on the door. And they all are older women, so they like, what the hell? So they called security, come to find out, oh, dude locked her up in there. But that's besides the point. It gets really crazy, but I wouldn't trade the experience for anything. You get to see so much, and it's such a lovely city with like so much good food. Like, I'm sure I gained at least 10 pounds. But Mardi Gras was really amazing. I hope you guys enjoy my kind of story time, kind of sharing what happened and some of my pictures. Like and comment. I do plan to hopefully go back next year. Next year, I know it's going to be in March. So hopefully I can get the time off so I can go. And I definitely want to check out like some other balls and events besides the Orpheus ball or the Baptiste brunch. If you guys have any suggestions like balls or places or things to do for Mardi Gras or just in general in New Orleans, I would love to hear it below. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day.